reach, grabs, pulls dreads. Get the fuck out my shit.
We taking all the smoke. Any bad comments? No, we responding. Alrighty. Well, I get started. Ready?
Yes.
Hey y'all, welcome to our first episode of Carefree Speaks. I'm Lulu.
Can we get started?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you want to do?
I just wasn't ready. I got nervous.
We can do that.
Alright.
Hey y'all, welcome to our first episode of Carefree Speaks. I'm Lulu.
And I'm Elise. What's up, y'all?
So we decided to skip the whole introduction thing and get right into the show. Today's episode is going to be about Hot Girl Summer, and then we have some Gemini stories coming to y'all. So we're going to get started with the Urban Dictionary definition of Hot Girl Summer. And Coach Meg, aka Megan Thee Stallion, the creator of Hot Girl Summer.
Not Coach Meg.
Yeah, she a coach. She be telling all the girls to drive the boat. So that's best. Hot Girl Summer is about you just being you, having fun. It's turning up, driving the boat, and not giving a damn about what anybody says. What you gotta say?
Well, first, we kind of went over this before, but driving the boat, I had no idea that it was, what did you say? Basically, like a luge, basically?
Yeah, like, you got the bottle of Douce or whatever, and I'm putting my head back, and you gonna make me...
Casamigos.
She likes tequila. I don't.
I do light during the day, and then I do the brown at night, you know?
You be mixing?
If I have to, but not really.
Okay.
Yeah, well, mostly, okay, so I'd say mostly light. But if I'm just drinking, like, starting during the night, then it's dark.
See, I'm typically a dark girl, but as I've been going out more and hanging around y'all, I'll do light every
Girl, you
once
will
in a
drink
while.
Henny during the day, though?
Yes. But I'm not really a Henny girl. I do like brown. I like, what is it called? Like the Jack Daniels, honey.
Okay.
Like, I'm a
that
Jack.
is so sweet.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No? I also love Teleport.
Girl, Teleport, what have you fucked?
Listen. And somebody was like, oh, it's a wine. That's liquor. What is it?
No, for real.
That's liquor for real.
Like what? Okay, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just going to ask you, like...
Oh, my definition of Hot Girl Summer.
Yeah.
Basically, pretty much like that and then bobbing. Pretty much. Or like...
Okay, is that like your
loose...
That's your loose
being
terms?
a go-girl. Being
Okay.
a go-girl. Rolling.
So now that you know what Coach Meg wants for us, what do you... What do you personally feel like a Hot Girl Summer entails for you?
Well, shit. I mean, this summer I wasn't planning on really having... Like, I don't know. I guess, like,
So do you...
just being free, doing what I want to do. But I'm definitely having my reel out there to catch somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking too hard. I'm definitely just putting my bait out there.
And if
you know
they catch it,
what I'm
they catch it.
Yeah.
So do you associate Hot Girl Summer with being single?
Yeah. I think you have to be single to have a hot girl summer.
See, I don't. So, like, my definition of a Hot Girl Summer is, like, being who you are unapologetically. I know I was going to mess up. And elevating and becoming the woman, like, you truly envision for yourself. So, like, not necessarily a single summer, but, like, a personal, like, whatever you're grinding, like, you're trying to make it to your next step or, like, elevate. That's what it is to me.
Okay. True. So self-care, all that jazz.
And I would just say, like, it's
Get
like...
your edges together. Unlike mine that aren't laid today. Ooh.
Mine's not laid either. Oh, that was bad. Scratch that. Rewind. No, but, like, I feel like it's just, like, loving yourself and then loving those who love you. Like, I feel like our friend group, like, I love y'all, like, I don't know. Like, just loving on people that love you and just, you know...
Changing your focus on things.
And just being at peace.
Yeah.
And I'm going to still have fun now.
Yeah, right.
When we go to Miami...
Oh, we definitely gotta vlog that.
Yeah,
we definitely gotta vlog. Definitely. Do you have your own separate YouTube channel, right? Are you gonna?
I have TikTok and the other socials.
Oh, well, she got a TikTok. She be singing and doing makeup and stuff. I have a YouTube channel. I be vlogging and stuff like that, just running my mouth. But we'll let y'all know those later. But are you sure you don't want to make another YouTube?
I might make a YouTube.
Cause like when we do things out here.
Yeah.
I haven't been here. But our little group, we go hiking and things of that sort. I happen to catch COVID, and well, this one I won't be able to make this one actually because I have a private at 12.
On Sunday?
Yeah,
I
Sunday.
thought they weren't doing nothing in the gym.
Why? Ain't nobody tell me.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody tell me, so I gotta call and tell my.
I think so. Just double check tomorrow.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then I will be there.
Okay. I think you should be there because, yeah, to my knowledge, we're not having nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, because the boss man said something about, oh, it's so sad that you guys can't come. It's Juneteenth. I don't care. I wasn't coming no way.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, then I
just double check. I know where you want that.
Oh, yeah. No, I kind of forgot.
Oh, no,
I
we're
got
good.
sidetracked. Yeah, no, our little group, we be doing stuff. So, what were we talking about? I forgot. I got sidetracked.
Just like our us loving each other and, yeah.
Yeah, help us out in the comments. Tell us what we was talking about because we just get sidetracked. ADHD over here.
For real though. For real though.
Squirrel.
What'd you say? Where'd it go? No. So the next thing that we're gonna get into, since we're kind of in the month of June, Gemini season. I got quiet in here. It said Geminis are the third astrological sign in the zodiac. So Gem season typically ranges, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's May 20th through June 21st.
Girl, I don't know. I hope it's over soon though.
It is about to be over soon.
Oh,
but I think those are the dates.
Okay.
So I wrote down some pros and some cons, I guess. Maybe these aren't cons to some people. Maybe they're just characteristic traits. I don't know. But so pros would be they're clever, they're adaptable, they're social. So like they're typically like extroverted. They like doing different things and meeting new people.
Yeah, that's true.
They're bold and they're fun.
Okay.
Moving on to the cons would be that they're judgmental, they're two-faced, moody, and they tend to exaggerate.
Well, God, you hit where's the nail and where's the hammer? Because you hit it on the head. Okay. That's crazy. I would agree with the pros, and I definitely would agree with them cons, too. Like,
yeah, and okay.
For sure.
Do you know any Geminis that you like
Males,
click with?
Well, click with. I was about to say, girl, I'm ready to tell this story, girl. I'm ready. That I click with. I don't know if I have in the past. I didn't know because I haven't always been really into like the zodiacs and stuff like that. Maybe within like the last maybe 6 years or so. But no, not really. Not that I click with.
I know a few good girls that are Geminis, and my dad's a Gemini.
Okay.
But as far as dating, Geminis never ended well. Never ended well. Are you ready to tell your Gemini story?
Girl, I'm ready to tell my story.
Okay.
Let me put my tongue wrong because like when we practice this, I was a little long-winded. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. All right, so basically my story takes place about maybe like a year and a half ago. I had just kind of, 6 months, 8 months prior, I just kind of got out of a 2-year relationship. So I was kind of just chilling when I met this dude or whatever. Started working this new part-time. So we kind of met doing this adult activity class, which was cool. So I was like, okay, active, my type, build, all that stuff like that, right? And, you know, once we got to know each other and everything, like, everybody has a past, so it's not really, like, you know, I'm not too judgy on that, you know?
True.
And, you know, niggas always be out here talking about, oh, you know, these bitches out here, they don't give a regular nigga a chance, like, all that. I think regular niggas get the chance. I done gave the nerd the chance, the jock the chance, the jailbird the chance.
All of them.
And they all are in the same...
You can't raise a man.
Found one that I thought was regular and was completely batshit crazy. But anyway, yeah, so like things were cool or whatever. And honestly, for about like 8 months or so, like 8-9 months, like coming up on a year, like we really didn't, like it was like we knew what it was. Like we met around April, so the summer was already approaching when we met. And then like winter was around and it's cold outside, and you're not my man, so I'm not about to be bundling up to go see you. Like we saw each other very sporadically, like rarely, like, you know, on a Friday and Saturday. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
when I can see
a Saturday and I leave for work in the morning on Sunday. I got, you know, I'm kind of like that, nothing deeper. You know, I hang with you and your roommate, and your roommate's little girls, like his roommate / bruh is 25, and the little girls like be 20, 23, 25, you know, stuff like that. So it's like basically I feel like we're like chaperoning, you know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway, me and him, so we hang out, and yeah, so his bruh / his roommate is always around. So things just got really weird. Like the conversations like went from being like cool and stuff like that. Like we would spend like maybe like an hour on FaceTime and stuff like that when we really did, like, you know what I'm saying, have some time to like chill and talk like that or whatever, right? It would annoy me because he would fall asleep a lot. He would ask me something, like it's something really important, like about how I feel like spirituality or like a relationship, past relationship or something, and then fall the fuck asleep. Like I
can't stand that. And then it's like I don't want to like keep you up, especially if you have something to do. I'm not one of those.
Yeah.
But if we're having a conversation and then you just, I'm like, sir, are you asleep? I'm tapping the phone. I'm one of them.
It's real annoying, especially when I'm in the middle of like passionately like explaining, and it's something like I don't really like explaining a lot about like how I feel about things for whatever reason. Like, so when I do take the time to do that, it pisses me off when like 5 minutes into it you're fucking snoring. But anyway, side note. So yeah, so you know, it got to the point where we would spend like, you know, a considerable amount of time on the phone. So yeah, so about like not getting close to like the year mark of us chilling like sporadically, you know, around his bruh and stuff like that, just going out double dating and stuff like that, it starts to get real weird. He starts to just out of nowhere like have the urge to ask me like, what's going on, like what are we doing here, basically, like, you know. And I'm just like, what?
I'm so sorry.
I'm just like, what? We're just chilling. Like I'm not trying to be in a relationship. Like you, well, okay, let me just go to where I was at. I was just chilling. I had just gotten out of a like 2-year relationship. All y'all dudes is crazy. All of these is crazy. So I was like, you know, I still wanted somebody, a little lily pad to rest on till I got to my yacht, till I got to the cruise ship. You know what I'm saying? I gotta tread the water somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hop on this little rest lane, this little lily pad of what he was, to chill there until I'm like, found
Prince Charming.
All right, gotta go. Up the yacht I go, up to better lands. You know, found this island, see you later. So that's where I was at.
Yeah.
So, and I'm trying to explain this to him, which I said multiple times. It's not like he didn't know. So he just gets real weird about that. And then it's like, I literally had to say that too. Like, I was also like very blunt about like just the things that I've learned, like being in relationships and stuff like that. And it's like some of the things you could tell like in his mind he was calculating judgments about. Like, I don't know, like at the end of it, he's in some text, like one of his last like smart ass texts, he said something about me being jaded or something like that. And I'm like, jaded? Now I just know how y'all niggas be. Like, yeah. I'm just aware. And the fact that I let you know that as a woman, that challenges you, because it's like, oh, you can't do anything you want. You can't just tell me anything. Like, yeah. And I've heard that from other dudes before. Like, you just are threatened because I'm aware. And I'm not putting them. And I'm not, yeah. Like, yeah. So anyway, he was weird about that stuff, and then he was getting weird about like the contact between me and his roommate / bruh or whatever. Like, so he started talking about like hugging, like when we would see each other, like, hey, what's up, bro? Like very like church hug, you know, stuff like that, like booty out, very light tap. Like I don't want him. So he was just like basically saying like, oh well, you know, I know the art of seduction, and I know what this nigga doing. Like, okay, why don't he hug so and so like this? Why don't he hug my sister like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I have no idea. So he brought it up to me, and then supposedly he brought it up to, you know what I'm saying, his bruh, who you call bruh, but you're not treating him like a bruh. Like, you treating this nigga like he's some nigga off the street. Like,
yeah, like you don't really know him, like you don't trust him or
right. And if that's the case, then why are you calling him bruh?
Why are you keeping that type of company?
And why do you consider, well, because he's using him.
Oh.
I guess, well, I said, well, he's a felon. So it's a luxury apartment. What luxury apartment are you getting like that? You need a cosigner. But anyway, everybody in that apartment he's using, all the bitches, he fucking everything. Like, he's literally said it pretty much. Like, they have, you know what I'm saying, their life, their lifestyle living and all that stuff like that. Like, he's just looking for basically a sugar mama.
He's looking for a come up.
Pretty much. He's just looking for a come up. Just trying to lay the dick down to find a come up. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't my girl. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. So yeah, so he starts talking about, the art of seduction and all this stuff like that. Like, talk about his roommate, like, all grimy and stuff like that. And, like, he would also, like, anytime, like, we would share information about, like, you know what I'm saying, little come up to things like that. You know what I'm saying? He would always go behind his brother's back and be like, you know what I'm saying, like, he never followed through. He this, he that. He talk a good game. You know, he got that salesman talk, this, and that. And, like, putting this boy down, but yet in his face be asking him, like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying, tell us about this and tell us about that. Like, it was the one last situation that was, like, really crazy. Like, second to last, I went over, me and him was chilling, dude I was talking to, and his roommate walks in. His roommate is about to get ready to leave to go see shorty he's been talking to, who I've seen and I know, right? So yeah, he stops his bro to go out of his way to ask him, tell him about basically this swear we about to do and whatnot. So he stops to tell me, and during the conversation, he had like a Zoom or like some other come up that came up, so he wanted us to also see the information about it, right? So we start like just going back and forth about numbers and different opportunities and things like that. And he's telling the boy I'm talking to, like, he's telling the boy I'm talking to, definitely don't be acting like a man, telling the boy I'm talking to, like, he's like, I'm gonna send you the information and you can go ahead and send it to Elise, 17, 18. And you could go ahead and send it to Elise. And so the dude I was talking to was like, oh, I'm not trying to be no middleman. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could just exchange numbers. But you just got done talking about the art of seduction and all this wild, crazy shit. Like, what you talking about? So I'm like, what is going on here?
To kind of, like, see if you'll fall in his trap almost.
Yeah, but I'm not, I'm not on that shit, so I'm not, well, then I fell for it then. Like, what are you talking about? Like, first, it's just weird. Like, it's just weird. Like, I don't have time for the games. So anyway, so that happened. So the next morning, he gives us both like a FaceTime call / talking to, and me and
wait. So both of y'all want the FaceTime?
Yeah, both of us want the FaceTime. The dude I'm talking to FaceTimes me, and I can see him, and then his brother sitting off to the side, and he's like reprimanding this young man, like talking to him like, you trying to get, shorty, I'm talking to you, I care about her and all this shit like that, and you trying to get her sister like onto whatever this and that we trying to do, but you don't even follow through with what you got to do and da-da-da-da-da. And then he was talking about how he be moving like with his girl and all that stuff. Like, he was just going in on this boy, on this man. Like, he was just going in on this little 25-year-old. Like, and then I'm just sitting here stunned, like working on my computer, like what is going on here? So anyway, it gets to the point where the next day, I let it go. I just didn't hit him out. It gets to the point where the next day I hit him like, are you okay? Like, the other day was like really strange. Like, are you good? Oh, I said, are you good? You know what I'm saying? I felt like that FaceTime was weird. Like, and then he said, sorry you feel that way. Ding. My next text was, I'll be up there to get my shit, like, after work. Like, you don't even have to tell me twice. You don't even have to tell me just whisper, just think it, and I'm gone. Like, what are we doing here? So anyway, I go up there to get my stuff, and just like most petty dudes, he tries to hold something of mine hostage, gets me in my car to go get my parking pass. It's $175. Yes, it's a parking pass, but it's $175. Okay? Holds my parking pass hostage to try to get me to listen to this voice memo because he be hiding stuff in between bread baskets and fruits and snacks and vegetables and all that shit in his kitchen to listen to what his roommate/bro is doing. You can hear him starting it and you hear the... He's like, yeah, that's me. It was like 2 hours of it. He was like, yeah, that's me putting this between the bread and this and this and that. And then he's like fast forwarding, and I'm like, bro, get the fuck, like, I know I didn't fuck this, but like, get the fuck out of my car. And by this point, I definitely don't want to hear nothing you have to say. I don't care what you think. I don't care what crazy recording you have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're crazy. So at this point, you literally probably recorded us, and you're trying to tell me, like, I don't even know what it was. It could have been you with another girl, and you just want me to hear you having sex with another girl. It really could have been your bro with his girl. Like, I don't know. What? I don't care, but I know I didn't have sex with that boy. So, like, what is the issue? Get out my car. Get out. So, anyway, we're at the apartment. It gets to the point where I have a crazy temper, and I undo the keys from the car, and I get out of my own car. And I say, I don't think you know my temper, so I think I'm going to leave for 10 seconds. By the time I walk away from this car in 10 seconds, turn around, and come back, you should be out of my fucking car because shit might get crazy, right? So I walk away, take the keys out my car. He's steady yelling as I'm walking away. He's steady yelling, oh yeah, you can't handle the truth. You know what I'm saying? You know what the truth is. That's how people act. That's how people act when they can't hear the truth. And I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of my car. So I start walking back to my car. I get to the passenger side, and he's sitting there looking at me all smug and all this. So I'm like, you have 5 seconds to get out of my shit. 3, 2, reach, grabs, pulls dreads, get the fuck out my shit. I don't care how many prison push-ups you done did. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care. How many niggas you done fought on the yard, how many niggas you done balled up on the yard, how many 3-points you done shot. I mean, I really don't care. I don't. Get the fuck out of my car with that shit. So we're yelling, going at it, da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, I'm mushing him, pushing him in his face on shit. Like, give me my fucking shit. At this point, I just want I'm not trying to pay that $175.
You just paid it.
Like, no, that's the thing. Like, they gave it to me on the low. He was like, don't lose this because you're going to have to pay $175 again. So I got it on the low, so I definitely don't want to have to pay now.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's not like I can't have company. Like, it'll work out fine. But anyway, So that happens. While I'm doing that, his bro walks up. And he's like, hey, bro, you good? And I start snitching immediately. I'm like, hey, this nigga be leaving recordings of you in the apartment. Yeah. Like, he be listening to you while you gone. Like, that's weird, bro. Like, I'm just snitching, right? His bro is looking like baffled. Like, what is going on? Like, I'm confused. He get in the car or whatever. So all that. In the meantime, I had called the cops because I was like, you gonna give me my shot? Like, I'm freaking out. Like, because I'm going to literally kill you. Like, I was at the point where I had blacked out. I already put my hands on you. So for me to go get my shit out the car and go ahead, like,
he was doing too much.
It was just too much. I just wasn't ready for that. It was a lot going on. So anyway, I'm leaving. And so by this time I already had bruh's number. So I'm like, fuck this shit. Like, I'm calling him. So he's on his way to VA to spend the night at his girls. Cause he's like, yo, this is wild. Like, I don't even want to stay at the house. Cause he's like, you know, I don't want nothing to pop off. Cause he's like, I'm gonna wreck that nigga. Mm-hmm. Like, so I'm calling him and I'm like, I just wanted to know. I was like, is this some shit that y'all do? Like, some shit y'all have planned, like, to like break up with the girl or like try to, you know what I'm saying, like distance yourself or whatever, like, yeah, I'm gonna say she fucking you or I'm gonna just cut her off, like, because that's weird. Like, I couldn't fathom, there was no explanation. That was the craziest shit. One of the craziest things that I've ever experienced. Like, what, in your hiding microphones? who does that? And you want me to listen to the breathing. You want me to do this and
do
do
you
that.
hear this?
And then he let his roommate hear it. And I was like, did you hear the voicemail? And he was like, yeah, I know. He was like, I was telling him, like, bro, I was sweeping. You can hear me sweeping and taking the trash out. Like, that's some weird stuff. So how many other times has he recorded him?
True.
So that's that, girl. That's the Gemini of my month. Okay, let's go.
My Gemini child. I dated him when I was like 19 to like 20-ish. So like, I feel like it was like it was almost 2 years, but it was like right after I turned 19. I don't want to say I was 18. I might have been 18 when I first started talking to him. Anyway, this is a forewarning, ladies. Like, if you're ever in a situation and a dude puts his hands on you, or a dude is threatening you, or a dude is making you feel uncomfortable, girl, just leave. Leave. I know it might not be easy, but like, it really, you just have to love yourself enough to bounce, because the situation is not worth it. Like, you have to know your worth, and you need to know when it's time for you to walk away. So, getting straight into it, like, this man definitely was a Gemini. Okay?
Of course, had to be.
And he was true to that. He was true to that. Like, he did not, I should have known. From the jump, I should have known. But like, his switch up game was so quick. Like, that's why I say, like, he is true to being a Gemini, because that back and forth, like, the one day you mad, the next day it's, do you want to take a ride with me? I don't want to get in a car with you.
Right.
Like, I don't want to be anywhere secluded with you, because now I don't feel comfortable. But anyway, we were dating maybe like, we probably had 6 months of like bliss and just cupcaking. Yeah. So we were dating about 6 months. And then one night he like plans a date, so we go out, we have a good time, we do the do like. So by the end of the night, this man is like, who is XYZ? And I'm sitting there confused, like, why are you naming like old plays like out of the blue? Like, I never mentioned these people to him. I never said anything of the nature like bringing them up in conversations or anything. And like, he accused me of talking to these dudes, which wasn't the case, because like, why would I be talking to them and I'm like dating you? Like, right. You're my boyfriend. You're my man. I'm posting you on social media. We talk every day. We talk every night. I see you like at least 5 times out of the week. Like, so obviously hindsight is a motherfucker, because the gag is like, he assumed that I was talking to these dudes, which one of them like I did date, and we're still friends, and the other ones were like dudes that I used to talk to in the past. But like, you didn't look at no timestamps, you didn't like pay attention to any of the details in the messages, you didn't see that I wasn't responding, like, you just blatantly went through my whole phone. So basically he started talking to other girls, trying to be like, oh, I'm trying to be like you.
Oh, smart ass.
Excuse me? Clever.
He had his sassy pants on. I call those sassy pants.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm gonna do what you do, and I'm not even doing nothing. So now I'm like, dude, like, it just wasn't cool. So what happened? That's when I feel like the manipulation started. And it would be like, oh, well, you were doing this, and I'm like, no, I wasn't. Oh, well, I'm doing it because you said you were doing it.
And if they couldn't get you on, if you couldn't fall for them, you know what I'm saying? Like, their pressure, they're like, oh, let me try to find another way. Let me tell her. Let me make her feel crazy.
Yes.
Oh, this is what you're doing, or this is how you make me feel. And if it's not what you're doing, it's how whatever you're doing makes them feel. Like, but bruh, like, why? Like,
why would you even
my
say
sentiments
that?
Exactly. Like,
and it just was crazy, because like, I've like what did I say? Hold on. So like, after the manipulation, I feel like he started doing certain things. So like, one night we were hanging out or whatever, his phone starts ringing. It's a girl. Who's this? Oh, it's nobody. It's just a girl from the college. I'm like, okay. So then I go through his phone. And of course, I'm seeing everything that I want to see, talking to other girls. I even saw one of the girls that I thought was my friend You know who I'm talking about. No, I'm just kidding.
You know
who you are. Like, and I'm like, I'm in shock because apparently this situation between them had happened before him and I got together, but I'm in a relationship with you. You know I'm hanging out with her. You know I'm hanging out with you, and you know that's my man. You ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing. So what the heck is going on?
Right.
So that just makes me heated to this day thinking about that, because it's just like, as a girlfriend, I'll be like, yo, Elise, I used to talk to that dude. He might be a good fit for you, but it didn't work out for me. You know what I mean? Just full transparency.
Okay, was she like a friend, or like?
Like, we were getting to that point. Like, we would be working out together. We would go do different things together. We would go drinking occasionally. Like, we went to a concert together. Like,
okay, close enough to where it was. She had easy enough access to be like,
I'm helping you with your business.
Let me tell you just a little side note right quick. So I was on this dance team, right? And then so I had like, you know how you got like that little lingering friend, like they will hit you up no matter how many years go by. You got one like that.
Yeah.
No matter how many years go by, I bet you that same dude, he gonna be hitting you up, just seeing what you doing, what's up, queen, hey pretty lady, what it. I got one like that, right? So I was on this dance team, and he done went through the list of girls I'm on a dance team with, and then sent somebody a DM. She, you know, we weren't friends, but we're close enough, like acquaintances, like enough to at least be like, she hit me up, she was like, hey girl, so so sent me a message. I was like, don't worry about it, girl. He's a friend, like, it's all good. Like, so, and I'm like, so if that's a friend you're talking about, if she wasn't even my homegirl like that, she definitely could have said something to your ass.
Yeah. But no, it was none of that. So then, you know, it got to a point where a situation happened or whatever. He wasn't there, so that's when I feel like the relationship definitely started hitting the on and off switch. But it's like, then after that, from that point on, it was physical too. Like,
oh god, that's the worst.
Like, and I'm blown because, one, this is like my first